Change Managers International Network, in collaboration with Network of Organizations, has urged government and other stakeholders to create a gender-based budget that will cater for out-of-school adolescent girls in communities across the country. Mrs. Tayo Enrile, Executive Director of the Bita Kumi Foundation, made the call in Abuja at the dissemination meeting on findings from pilot project Adolescent Girls Missing from the Radar of Development. The research, which was a collaboration of 3 groups, Change Managers International Network, the Bita Kumi Foundation, and University of Abuja Center for Gender Studies, was aimed at identifying adolescent girls missing from the radar of development.
This research is excellent, and it's very timely. What it just shows is that there must be policy direction. Policy must be driven to include them. Their health, their education, their financial empowerment. If we want to break the circle of poverty, if we don't want the face of the woman to continually be the face of poverty, we must pay attention to these girls that are off the radar.
In the same vein, Dr. Felicia Onibon, president of Changemakers International Network, explained that the participatory method of research was conducted in the 6 area councils of the Federal Capital Territory. These are Abaji, Amak, Buari, Gwagwalada, Kuje, and Kwali.
Actually, what we did was to choose 2 communities per area council. And so we had 12 communities. And in each of the 12 communities, we identified 10 girls, who we trained. And we trained them on participatory research methods, and then we also had some six young researchers who also we got 6 researchers who live in those communities and who continued working with them, and at the end of the day they became skilled enough to ask questions. And you can hear from the testimonies of today that they then had the ability to ask questions. They now became more confident, and because of the confidence, they have used that skill to be able to help their peers in the community.
Professor Ekundayo Ocholi, a former director, Center for Gender Studies and Youth Advancement, said the findings of the report showed that the government was concentrating more on the children in schools.
Go into the interland, you will see that so many girls are there wasting, doing nothing. They're out of school and nobody's thinking about them. So we don't know what the future of this country will be without them going to school. Definitely there's a multiplier effect of not going to school on these children and on the generation that are yet to come.
Alhaji Muhammad Bao Makama, the chief of Idu community in FCT, appreciated the organizations for identifying and including his community in the research work, acknowledging that research work had brought much awareness and enlightenment to his community.
I'm very, very glad for this research started in my community, because I receive a lot of changing in my community, how we grow. Although I know in olden days there's a discipline, there's a lot of controlling of the children, but with the coming of this program, I learn more than how my own level they are before.
Aisha Adamu, a participant and research lead from Mapa community in Buari, appreciated the organizations for their interest to research into adolescent girls that are out of school in the FCT.
The objective was to get the information about what are the challenges adolescent girls are facing in our community in terms of education and health facility. So when I taught them how to go on participatory research, we went around the community and then we asked for opinion from other members of the community. Why is this thing going like this? And then we get feedback from them. The benefit that this research have made in my community was that it now gives us the idea, the voice for girls to speak out and give what is bothering them. So even if we cannot do anything within our community, at least we know CMI to run to, we know Tabitha Queen Foundation to run to, and so many organizations to help us out.